I bought a 2013 BMW X1 with an M Sport package with 91,000 miles. We're going to talk about the pros and cons, and we're going to bring it to my friend's shop and talk about what to look out for buying this vehicle. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Mike the Baldadonis, and I buy and sell cars as a hobby, and I bring you guys along with me showing the pros and cons of each vehicle I buy. Now, back in January, I bought 5 cars to set off the new year in a bang. Previous to buying these cars, I didn't have any cars, so I actually borrowed my mom's car, and within a week I was able to find 5 cars, and that was in January. Now it is mid-April. The titles have come in and some of the cars have sold off, including this BMW X1. We're going to talk about the pros and cons. Like I said, we're going to bring it to my friend's shop, take a look at the engine, what to look out for, and then at the end of this video I always detail my cars. This one was already clean, so I just made a quick little wash, and I call it my sexy shots. This is what I like about doing my car videos. It's the end result of what the car looks like after being clean. So I call that my sexy shots. All right, so I am no stranger to this BMW. I actually owned a 2014 BMW X1 3.5 with the 6-cylinder turbo, which had 300 horsepower. I owned that for 6 years. I loved that car. I sold it last year because I just was tired of having a car payment. Buying this one had the M Sport, whereas my 2014 had an X line, but it had 18-inch wheels, but it was fully loaded. This one being an X1 M Sport with the 4-cylinder, 240 horsepower. This one is an interesting car because BMWs have so many options. When you check off their list of options, it's just incredible what you can have, but it's so expensive. So this one is a nonsense car. It's just a basic X1, but it does have the Sport package, which is $3,000 package, which means it's got a Sport suspension. It lowers it. It has the Sport wheels, 18-inch wheels. It handles very well. It does have a body, an M1 body kit on it, so it really makes it look aggressive. I love the looks of this car. Now, I am 6'4". This car is basically a 3 Series, just a little bit taller, and I have all the room that I need in this vehicle. So let's go with the pros. 2.0 liter engine, good on gas, 240 horsepower, but if you need that extra horsepower, simply get a tune, a downpipe, maybe an exhaust, a K&N filter. You'll be up near that 300 horsepower, but I don't think you need it. Navigation, it has a fantastic navigation system. Again, the M Sport package, which really is an appearance package with the M Sport seats. Very comfortable. I love those seats. Again, with the suspension, it's lowered versus the normal X1s, and it's made for handling, and it handles incredible. So this is both pro and con. It is a smaller SUV. It's basically a 3 Series wagon, pretty much, a little taller, so there's lots of room in there. I don't mind it. I like it. I actually like the size of it. But some people with bigger families, maybe it's just a little too tight. Of course, it's all-wheel drive. BMW all-wheel drive systems, they're fantastic. So in the winter, not an issue. In the rain, all that stuff, fantastic all-wheel drive system. This stereo system, I love music. This thing cranks. It sounds fantastic. I did have the Hardin Kandan in my other BMW, which was just another speaker on the dash. Maybe a little bit louder, maybe, but this thing cranks. I really enjoy it. Cons, no backup camera, no backup sensors. Because it is an M Sport package, it does ride a little rough, especially if you live in a city that has a lot of potholes. So these rims do bend, so keep that in mind. Another con, the engine. It sounds like a diesel. It is a little clappity for me. But other than that, those are the cons. This car is not slow by any means. With the 8-speed automatic, I got on it a few times and it is impressive. The first second or two, there is that little lag. The car's like, then all of a sudden it just wakes up and picks up and goes. So I'm very happy with the performance of this engine. I haven't been driving 4 cylinders in a long time, but the last batch of cars that I've been using all have 4-cylinder turbos, and they've been very impressive. My Audi A4 turbo, it does have a tune. That is one of the next videos coming up. It has 300 horsepower, and that thing at first is a little sluggish. It has to, once it wakes up and goes like a bat out of hell. So these 4-cylinder turbo engines have really impressed me lately. I bring my cars to Dave at European Auto Solutions in Hudson, New Hampshire. He's been doing all my work for the past year. All my BMWs, Mercedes, Mini Coopers, even my Toyotas. He is a well-rounded repair shop, but he specializes in BMWs. So let's take it to Dave and see what he has to say.
How we doing, guys? Dave here at European Auto in Hudson, New Hampshire. Got Mike's 2013 BMW X1 with the M Sport package, 2.0 turbo motor. Bought it from us a few months ago, and we did a couple new rear tires on it, new battery, fixed an oil leak that it had, oil change, typical stuff, and it's pretty much ready to go now. A couple things to look out for on these cars: your typical BMW oil leaks from the valve cover and the oil filter housing and the oil pan. This motor is all dry, so it's looking good. These do have time and chain issues. We had the valve cover off and inspected the guides and all that, and everything looks okay right now. They're not broken or anything, so that'll be some signs of your chain's going. You'll see some plastic guides broken, or the chains will stretch. Other than that, they're pretty reliable motors and pretty fun car to drive. So I'll be going to the new owner next weekend, and I'm looking forward to it. Thanks for watching.
So my conclusions: I enjoy this car. I love this car. I'm a little biased to the BMW product as it is, but I don't like the higher end BMWs. There's just way too many problems. This is a simple car. Like Dave said, at 120,000 miles, look to change the timing chains. You know, your basic wear and tear on this vehicle. Oil leaks, like Dave said, that's probably the most common problem with them. But I think you're just gonna enjoy the car. You'll be smiling, unless you live in a city that has a lot of potholes. That's where the downside is with owning one of these type of cars. It's just the suspension's too low. It's a little on the harsh side, but I tell you what, when you take the corners, it's just a fabulous ride. I really enjoy it. So if you think these cars are too expensive to maintain, they don't have to be. If you're mechanically inclined, or you can buy the parts and bring it to your shop, FCP Euro, go online, you buy the part once. It doesn't matter if it's oil, wiper blades, brakes. They wear out, you simply buy it again, you return your old ones and you get a credit. So you're buying that part once. So if the brakes, if you own that car for 3, 4, 5, 7 years, and you went through 3 sets of brakes, it only cost you that one time for the parts. The wiper blades, imagine having unlimited wiper blades because they wore out. Oil changes, that's a no-brainer. You just have to get the oil, put it back in their containers and send them back. FCP Euro, there's a link in the description. They didn't pay me for any of this advertisement for them. It's just a no-brainer. If you own a German car, FCP Euro. All right, guys, until the next video, Baldadonis out.